Hey, I wanted to give a little quick review about my favorite post-workout protein, Phormula 1 and Ignition. A little backtrack about me. I've been lifting weights about the time since I was about 13, 14 years old, so about 10 years. And I really never got into drinking a post-workout shake. First of all, no one ever educated me about it. And second of all, I always thought protein was really gross or for guys or something. So after high school, I started lifting with Jeff, and he started teaching me a little bit more about weightlifting and nutrition and supplementation and things like that. So he, before we found First Phorm, we tried all kinds of different shakes. We ordered them online, we bought them in stores, and all of them really never, I was never really that impressed. So I was like, I don't need protein, and maybe I would drink one every now and then, and I never really got into it. And then we started reading about like the best protein in the world, and I was like, okay, I thought it was just something they said. And so this was First Phorm's protein. They had so many good reviews about it, so we were like, okay, well, let's look into the company. We found out that we really liked the people behind it, the message behind it, so we decided to give it a try ourselves. So we ordered some protein, and we started off with chocolate and vanilla, the boring flavors, and we were like, okay, they're pretty good. But I really was impressed with how I actually felt after. I didn't feel bloated. I didn't feel like it tasted like chalky. It mixed really well, and I liked it. But then we're like, okay, let's try a little bit more of the cool flavors. So this one's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, my favorite. And I've never seen anybody, any other proteins, like back when we first started drinking this kind of protein, do like crazy flavors. So there's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's Root Beer Float. There is my actual favorite is Loopty Fruit, and so it literally tastes like. That's another thing, is I'm really picky. Like, if I don't like foods, I don't eat them. I would rather just starve to death than eat foods I don't like. So I'm ridiculous when it comes to being picky. So finding something that actually tastes good, it's blows my mind. So it tastes like when you eat cereal and you drink the milk after like Fruity Pebbles or like Fruit Loops or something. It literally tastes like that. It's so good. So then not only was I impressed with how I felt, but I was impressed with the taste too. So I actually, that's part of my workout, is I'm like, when I'm lifting, I'm like, I gotta earn that shake. So I've honestly been so impressed with it that I just give it to all my friends, and now all my friends drink it. And there's this guy, I just started training. I'm a personal trainer at Anytime Fitness, and so this guy put him through this brutal workout, and he was like, oh, my arms, I can't feel my arms. And the week before, he was sore for 3 days after training legs with me. So I was like, here, just drink some of my protein. So I made him a little quick protein shake of this, and the next day he came back and he said, what did you give me? And I was like, really good quality protein. And he was like, well, I literally feel great. I don't feel sore. I don't feel, I feel like I've got a good pump, and I feel like I'm ready to go again. And I was like, yes, exactly. I was like, a lot of people, they work super hard in the gym, and just like their diet, they don't work outside of the gym. So nutrition is a huge part of fitness. So, if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get abs, doing abs is great, but you got to eat good. And that's kind of how it is. Lifting weights is great, but all you're doing is breaking down the muscle. You need to build it up. And if you want to build it up with low quality protein, you're going to get low quality results, in my opinion. That is how I see it. So that's really why I started drinking this. And I've noticed that my recovery time's 10 times better. My accurate, I take it consistently now, because I'm not just dreading it. I don't have to chug it down. I want to enjoy every drop. And so the other thing that I wasn't educated on is I would always just drink a protein shake. So this is protein, and this is Ignition. This is a carb source. So they go together. They're a full stack, and Jeff, he's way bigger than I am, so he takes a full scoop of this, but I only take a half a scoop. So it'll say on the back the directions how to do it, and so this actually lasts me twice as long as this. So it's really not that bad of a price, and I can make it last for two of these. So I have a really good system with that. And so to let you know kind of what it is together, the ignition actually is, I didn't know you needed carbs after your workout. I was like, you know, no carbs ever because I don't want to gain fat. I don't want anything. So the difference in taking like a Pop-Tart or something after your workout and taking ignition, this is the most broke down sugar. So it's going to immediately, when you train and stuff, you use carbs for energy. So your muscles used all the carb source in it. So this basically just shuttles the aminos to your muscle quicker. So your body doesn't have to worry about breaking it down and taking hours. And you can basically restore that muscle glycogen in the muscle. So you immediately start to feel better. And I personally love it, and I recommend it to anybody that works out with me or asks me what they should take. I think it's best, hands down, best tasting. So if you'd like to give it a try, just let me know and comment below if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help. But my personal recommendation is this is the best. I love it, and I will never use another protein in my life. So I hope this helped anybody that was questioning what this is or how it works. And this is just a real person giving a real review. So until next time, see you guys.